Hello viewers all over the world, this is African Woman Open Talk Show. With me here, Prophetess Trizah, joined in by my co-host, Marcelina.
Hello.
We missed her too much. She's not been there for the last two episodes.
Yes, and I'm happy to be back.
With a new hairstyle. Wow, you look cool. I like that.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you.
Also, we are joined in by MC Bureau.
Yes.
This is an MC for weddings, all sort of events, and she's a woman of God. Marcelina is my translator, and she can translate for anything, you know, and everywhere. She's a diplomat. So we thank God for you and joining us today.
Yeah.
God bless you. We love you, and we hope this show has been keeping you up, busy, and learning a few things here and there.
Yeah.
Remember, this African Woman Open Talk Show is all about Africa.
Yes.
But it's not the continent, it is the African lifestyle, the society, the culture, the tradition that suppresses women, the issues we go through as women in Africa. So we look at how we can become better as African women, you know, and how we can learn from our mistakes, from our society, from our culture, from our, you know, all these things. That's why we're here. So we value your questions, we value your comments. Please check us out, comment. My email address is there. You can check me on Instagram. And today we are continuing with the whole issue of women being abused in relationships, in marriages, and they're told they have to keep on hanging on there. They're told this is the right way, you can't move. And we're trying to figure out where is the problem. Is it the woman? Is it the church? Is it the society? Is it the family? Because we saw what happened with the woman we had here last time as a guest.
I was listening to that testimony, and it hurt me because of all the things that she was going through, only for her to go back home and to be told to go back to your husband. I mean, I'm just trying to think, as a society, as an African society, is it failing us when it comes to protecting women against abuse?
I think it's been failing us for quite some time, but right now governments from different countries, they're rising up and they're really working hard to see how they can protect the family. But at the end of the day, it is, you know, when we talk of family issues, the government can do very little.
Cannot intervene in there, exactly.
Because we are still not yet there. But the family has a bigger role to play. The parents, the church. I mean, it's a combination. That's why I said we need a round table where we need the government, we need the church, we need the society, we need the families. Then we can conclude.
But I think, my prophet, we are now talking about the problem when it's already a problem. But I think we need to start looking into the foundation, the source of the problem, to stop it before it becomes a problem. As in, for this woman, she got married at 17. I mean, I remember I think to some country, people are allowed to get married from 15 years. To some of the country, a girl from 15 years.
Okay, at least not East Africa. I don't know any country.
It was, unless they've changed
maybe
it in
many years
Tanzania.
ago.
Yeah, it was 15.
That must have been a long time ago.
Because that is actually child marriage.
It's protected.
Marriage,
So
those days, during our parents, I'm sure they were getting married at a very young age. But now we are looking at, you know,
as we
the
grow.
reality. 17 is an underage.
But again, this one, some of them, they are grown, they are big bodies, so they look like they are ready, and like this one.
But here they have not yet matured.
They have not matured.
Yeah.
So imagine, like this one, she went into this marriage first, and I think the parent knew, and even the society that surrounds her, they knew. They even call her Mrs. So-and-so, and they know she's a kid. I mean, what's the place of a parent here to stop a child into going to the early marriage that affect them?
There are a few things that we can look at when it comes to African culture. There's some parents who send their kids out to start working at an early age. Because of poverty. There is no school fees. So you're told, go sell karanga on the street, go sell water, go, do all this. And they will meet, of course, hungry tigers. And they will try to manipulate them because they have not matured fully to understand. And I've seen also whereby some parents, they actually appreciate when the girl comes back home with money. They feel like, okay, we have a meal today. So we never went so deep to understand exactly because we also don't want to attack the parents directly. But my concern and my urge to the society is that as a mother, you need to be on the outlook. You need to see your child's behavior. The girl protection starts from home. The woman's protection comes from home. Remember, when God created us, He did not say the man will be senior and the woman will be junior. It's just the responsibilities that differs. So a girl needs to be protected by the entire family, just like the boys. Because boys are very protected somehow, without people knowing actually. But they're really protected. Yes, they are protected in a certain way.
Mom, I just wanted to ask something. Don't you think that maybe to some extent the issue of dowry can also be a problem when it comes to abuse in marriages?
100%.
The source of income.
100% it's a problem because in African culture, it's like we butter trade. It's like you're selling out your daughter. It's no longer a token of appreciation. Maybe different religions and cultures differ. But we know clearly most of the cultures in and especially in East Africa where I come from, we see clearly, they look at, my daughter went to university, did this. So your dowry becomes very high. And so when your daughter gets married, the man feels, I own this woman, I can do whatever I want to do with. You become a property to that man. So and that way, when you annoy the man, and the man is coming with his issues from the office, he can decide you're going to be the mistress. So every stress he has, he's going to deliver it on you. So I think also when it comes to dowry, now that you have spoken to that, as African community and culture, we need to revisit that. We need to see it as a token and not to look at it like we're selling our kids. So when a man comes to pay dowry for your child, you need to say, look, this is just a token of appreciation. I'm not selling to you my daughter. There is no price tag on this girl. So please, you have to take care of her like I've been taking care of her, you know, as a father. So please don't try to touch her because you have paid dowry. And then the parents, after the daughter has been married, and the daughter comes home complaining she's been battered, she's been dealt with, you don't need to tell her, hey, you need to go back because I've eaten dowry. No, that should not be there at all.
That's right.
You need to tell the man, no, you cannot touch my child because you paid the dowry. But this dowry is not worth her life. Because remember, one kick, she can just die.
But I think in our African culture, that is a big challenge because, you know, for the people who are enlightened, a bit people who are educated, they can have that stand that you don't mistreat my daughter just because of paid dowry. But for this woman or for this man in the village, who poverty has really hit him or her, I don't think if they can be able to have that firm stand that you cannot mistreat my daughter, though you have paid dowry, because when it comes to giving back, they have nothing.
And that's where the government comes in the society now. So the government, the society, the church comes in there. And they come to support. They say, no, look, it's not about money. It's about the life of this woman. So we are not talking of money. It's the life of this woman. So you can't keep on beating her like this because of dowry. And I'm thinking also as life continues, I hope as we continue, but I've seen also we have different NGOs that support these women. That if your family can't take care of you, they're kicking you back. The church is kicking you back. But we have not spoken about the church. We're going to speak about church. Then I'm sure you can go to the NGO and they will sort you out. But no woman deserves to be someone's drum. And no one. That woman was beaten. She has scars everywhere. And she was misjudged because at some point she even had to move and leave her house because of the way the entire society were looking at her and saying that she's the problem. That's why even the husband died. The husband died because the husband thought that she was dead. And the husband thought that he had killed her,
and that's why he ran away.
Then he ran to go kill himself.
But one thing, my prophet, before we go to the break, in Swahili they say dalili ya mvua ni mawingu. Like before it rains, you can see the cloud. Like in this girl's life, you can tell at first she was beaten even before they got married, even before they start having kids. I mean,
because first she stayed in a relationship. She got married after I think the second child.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah,
that's
she
when
was
they
not
got married.
married.
Yes.
Okay, so it was a pattern that she had.
Yes.
Wow.
So she knew this is a man of anger, but she still continued. Yes, what were you
And that's
saying?
what we women are told. Like, we need to help a woman. We are helpers. Help a woman to be better self. So maybe we have to
To help a woman or the man?
we women, we have to help a man to be a better self.
Yeah.
So means at this point, she was thinking she's helping him, he's gonna change, he's gonna stop his anger, he's gonna do. What do you talk to those kind of women in that
Listen,
situation?
you viewers out there, if a man doesn't change before you get married, it will not be possible for him to change once you're married.
Yeah.
So the first step you take, for me as a woman of God, is to tell you, take him to church to be delivered. Because those are demons of anger.
Please.
And those demons, they can kill you. Sometimes they just want blood. They are angry. So when that man is beating you, it is not even him. It's the spirit.
Yeah.
So this spirit needs to be delivered. Some of these spirits, they come from very deep roots, you know. So you need to deal with it from down all the way. Second, before you get married, get to know this man. Get to know where he comes from. Get to know his background. Don't be cheated by small things, by being bought, you know, clothes, shoes, you know, money. You might pay for that money with your life.
Yes.
And for the rest of your life, you'll be so unhappy. So please do a checklist. Spiritual check, physical check, emotional check, mental check. Check everything. Check financial, everything. Check with no fear. And make sure that this man is changed before you get married to him. I've said this before. Myself, I've been there. I've seen. I got married at first and I thought this man was going to change. But the man never changed from his behaviors. So don't get married to a man thinking you're going to change him. If the mother could not change him, who are you to think that you're going to change him?
That's
Only
right.
God can change him. So God has to change him before you start living together.
Yeah,
that's what I believe.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I think before we go to the break, Mom, you come back and talk to us about a church position. As a prophet and a spiritual guidance, we need you to speak about the church, because I feel like these people, they've been in church, they are born again, and they have missed out their point at that point. No one helped them, no one stopped this abuse and everything. So we are going for a short break and we'll be right back. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and leave your comment. We'll be right back.
You have been married and you have failed in your marriage.
Actually, you're seen as a failure.
Exactly.
You're also seen as a prostitute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you meet a very nice man, you can keep on blaming the man for having certain behaviors. Maybe the man never even had such behaviors.
Welcome back, viewers, to your favorite show, African Women Open Talk Show. We believe you subscribe, like, and continue giving your comments and your opinions. Before we went for the break, I was asking actually about the position of the church in these all marriage issues and all things that people are enduring, especially if they are part of the churches. And what do you think, Mom?
The truth is, as I've said, when it comes to matter of women being abused, and not just women anyway, let's say in general, anyone being abused. However, today we are talking about women being abused in relationships. Is that the church has a role to play. And that's why I've said we need a round table where we need to involve the church, government, society, family. So the church has a role to play. But you see, as a church, when people they come together, they're in love and they want to get married. It's not your place for you to tell them you can't get married. It's not my place for me to screen them and tell them, you know, this guy has anger issues, so he's the wrong guy for you. I can only try to shed some light. And then the lady can make a decision. But how I feel is that the church, even though we're going to discuss this,
I think we need
but
to.
I feel also a church needs to reach a point where they need to stop like forcing people too much, whereby you find somebody is running to the church, she's been beaten, she's been, you know, like she's been cut like that, but the church tells you, no, you're going to die together. And they need to look at the foundation, the grassroots of this relationship. Because remember, there's some people, before they became born again, they were involved.
So that means they never involved God from the word go. So as a church, how do you look at that? And that's why I'm saying this is a very broad,
topic.
Topic to discuss. So I would rather we discuss it in the next program where we just focus on what I was saying, looking at spiritual parents, because these days we have spiritual parents, we have spiritual authorities. How do they support when it comes to certain things like this one?
I think that's...
But for now, I'm still thinking of Angel and getting married at the age of 17, and I'm thinking that really it's something as a society we need to discourage our children from that, and even would urge the government to look into that, because this is a child getting married to a grown-up. So her brain is not yet cooked very well and matured to be able to consume certain things. Remember, marriage is an institution, so it needs a lot of things. So because you can find a man doing certain things because of the character in this girl, because the girl is still not mature and the man is mature. So the girl can also provoke the man to behave in a certain way. So you can keep on blaming the man for having certain behaviors. Maybe the man never even had such behaviors, but but he's being provoked by certain things. However, there is no reason for anyone to beat anyone. No one should abuse anyone. And society should not support any abuse. You know, I had a man who was asking me on a show that I was attending on Saturday.
I watched.
You know, we had a conference.
Yes.
Saturday. So this man was saying that women should understand that it is okay for men to cheat.
For sure, that's one really. I also wanted to ask you that.
I also had questions on that.
The way he said it, like, it's natural how men cheated. It's very natural.
That's what I'm thinking, and that's what I'm thinking. This is, and he kept on quoting, actually even going to the Old Testament and saying how. That's what I'm thinking. This is something that we really need to sit and discuss. And I'm going to invite other women of God, and we can just look at it and discuss it. But for now, I just want to encourage a woman who is out there that don't allow yourself to be someone's drum. Remember, this program is about saying no to abuse. Clearly, I'm standing for no as a woman of God, and as a mother, and as a daughter, and as a sister. I do not agree that any woman needs to be battered by anyone. Now, when we look at the story of Angel, we see she forgave and she continued with life.
That's one place that I was super proud of. I mean, she moved on.
I think it's because when women, they've been abused, they need to reach a point and see a way out, and not just stick to one point and feel rejected. Because most of the time when a woman has been abused in a marriage, she gets tormented, she feels rejected, and she doesn't even want to try another relationship. Because we say once bitten, twice shy.
And actually, not only they get traumatized, but also the way the society looks at you. Like, you have been married and you have failed in your marriage.
Actually, you're seen as a failure.
Exactly.
You're also seen as a prostitute. You're seen as a prostitute, and nobody respects you, so you are disrespected. You are disgraced. You're despondent. You end up being desperate.
And to add up, you also have kids, so you look like you're also having more burden to add up to your name.
And okay, so there are a few things that happen sometimes when a woman has been abused and dropped out of a marriage. Unfortunately or fortunately for Angel, the husband passed away in the whole process. So that's why she had to move out and get married again. But I like the method she used. She even had to change the environment, which is very important. Sometimes when you've been rejected in a certain area, you need to change the environment. Even Jesus, when he went to his town, he tried to perform miracles and people are not receiving him. He had to move. Abraham had to move from his city to another one so that he can receive his blessings. So women who have been abused, maybe it's time for you to change the environment. Stay away from the people that you're used to and people who knows you, because these people, they will always try to drag you into their dramas. They will always try to drag you into their position, and they will never let you go. So sometimes a change of environment is key if you're going through abuse. Second, there's something else that I looked at.
Yeah.
So she forgave and she moved on and she got married. But now there is a woman, after she's been abused, there are few things that goes through a woman when she's been abused. One, she might make a decision never to be involved in another relationship.
Which most do.
That's one category of women. Another one, she can decide, I'm going to be a player. So she starts sleeping around.
Payback.
Payback. Yeah, exactly, you know.
Payback time.
Like trying to teach the men a lesson. You think you can play me, I'm going to deal with you. And she ends up getting many children with different men without knowing. Third, there is the one who just rushes into any relationship because she feels she's been rejected, and any man who comes along and says, I love you, she just falls.
Finally, somebody says.
Yes.
Yes, so she falls for the love. So we need to look at all these women. How do we deal with them? How do we balance all this and bring together? For me I feel that if a woman has been going through abuse in a relationship, it could be emotionally, it could be physically.
Exactly.
There are women who are actually abused. There was a case again in that program I had where a woman said that she's been cheated emotionally. That one we need to discuss it another Yeah, because the man always goes out with some girls and their friends, and it's like she can't ask anything. So that's for another day. But how I feel is that this woman who has been abused and she want to get out of this relationship, she needs to heal. It's very, very important for a woman to go through healing. And this healing, you can do it by your own, but you need support from a certain body. You need support maybe from the church.
Because I wanted to ask the question, like, where is the safe place for this woman to heal? Like,
I believe it's the church, and I would like to urge the church not to judge her. Because sometimes also you go to church, they start judging you. They even still want to send you back. The family, so it's the church needs to help her. She needs to be helped by the family also. The family needs to support her and not keep on pushing her. They need to sit and understand her and see all what she went through and try to calm her down. And then also there are some NGOs, again, as I said from the beginning. There are women who have been going through the same traumas, so they can share their experiences, and she can rebuild herself. Because one thing you have to know, when a woman has been abused, I normally say these women, they work with like 4 Ds, 3 Ds. This woman get despondent, she gets despondent, disgraced, she ends up being depressed.
Very true.
So how do you heal these 3 Ds? Because she needs to stand up. It is when the society will accept her and show her love and tell her it is well and it's going to be well. But not to keep on pushing her and showing her, no, the only life you have is for you to go back and live with that man. Before you can push this woman to go back to that man, let her heal. And let also the man take a few days off and also heal and see whether were they meant to be together. And then also let us look at the foundation. How did they start their relationship? Was it meant to be? Because if you got married in the world and now you're in the body of Christ, the things you are looking then, they're different from now. And you might find you never involved God. Because I believe a marriage that you have involved God, God will help you to come out of this world. So that's how I feel.
And how long does this healing part has to take? Is it okay for somebody to say, I'm healed in 3 months, a year, 5 years, 10?
The way I see life, there is no manual for certain things. It's you need to listen to yourself. But I encourage every woman, it shouldn't be less than a year. It shouldn't be less than a year. It needs to take time because you're still wounded. You're still fresh within 1 year. So even if you meet a very nice man, you will carry the baggage of your past relationship. So every time you look at this man, you will be seeing certain things and you start misjudging. And you can easily lose out. You know, you'll always
he comes home, he's annoyed already, you're freaking out.
Yeah.
You know, so it's good to take a while, but depends. It took 10 years for me to heal.
Wow.
For her, she said it took, I think, less than 2 years.
For her, 2 years.
Yeah, I think it took less than 2 years. So it all depends with you. You're still healing.
Yeah, it's 4 years already.
Yeah, so it all depends with the. But I believe now you're ready.
Yeah.
She's ready.
So viewers, thank you so much for being connected with us. We will be continuing.
Yeah.
Please send us your issues. We're going to discuss them here, and we will be bringing some professionals in certain grounds very soon.
Yeah.
We just want you to know that we care and we love you, and we are really asking you to be an ambassador of women. Don't let anyone abuse them when you are there. And especially you woman who is here, an African woman, don't allow it. And you brother who is watching us, you are a great one. So you can watch over our sister, you can watch over a mother, you can watch over a daughter. Please, we are one as a society. Let us not allow the society to despond us and disgrace us simply because you carry a title of a woman. The only difference between a woman and a man is a womb. I have a womb, the man doesn't have a womb. So we are the same before the eyes of God, and we need to respect each other equally. Hallelujah. I love you so much. God bless you. Keep checking me out on Instagram, Prophetess Trizah, Facebook, Prophetess Trizah. Instagram, actually, it's Prophetess_Trizah. Don't be scammed by anybody. I don't ask for money for anything. And you can also, subscribe, share, like. I love you so much. And I pray that you who is watching me and you're not yet married, you get married to the best man, the anointed one who will never fight you. And you who is married and you're battling with your marriage, with the wars, emotional abuse, I pray that man to be changed and to become a better person.
Amen.
And you who has already quit your marriage because of the frustrations, just know you're acceptable, you're forgivable, you're valuable. March down, you can still make it in life. I love you.